Good day, phenomenal people. Jaquel Wimbush here, your host of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast. On today's podcast, I got my man, Young Do, on the show. He is the host of the new podcast, The After Hours Spot. Let's get into it. Some quit due to slow progress, never grasping the fact that slow progress is progress. Let's get into it.
Daddy, it's time to start your podcast.
Young dude, how are you out there? How's everything working for you during this COVID crisis
man,
and
right,
pandemic
man.
and everything going on? Everything good with you? Talk about
It's been one hell of a year, man. 2020 by far has been the worst year ever, probably in history. Probably this the late depression. It's crazy, man. We done lost Kobe this year. We done lost so many brothers and sisters this year.
Yes,
it's been one for the ages, man. It's been one to talk about, you know.
Absolutely. Rest in peace to everybody.
First of all, we in a pandemic. What the hell? When the hell have we ever been here, brother?
Yeah. How did it all start?
Scary,
where did it come
man.
from? You know, what was the cause? The you know, all of that. It's like, you know, for me, it's like, you know, I look at it as, you know, I you know, for me, it's like looking at it from another angle. I'm like, you know, where is, you know, I want to follow the paper trail on this thing, you know what I mean? And see where it comes, where, you know, follow the rabbit hole and see where it goes. You know, because, you know, this has never happened before, you know, it never happened.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yo, I had one old head talk to me one day, right? He said, man, I don't want to live in y'all generation, man. I think I could have make it through mine, but y'all's, I got a lot of shit going on.
A lot of stuff going on, absolutely. So
you know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah. I was gonna say, like, what's the reaction? And you know, I know Young Dude is a journalist. He follows, you know, a lot of hip hop. Actually, you know what? Tell the people about yourself. Tell the people who Young Dude is and what you do.
Oh man, basically just a kid from the streets who came up hard, but came up with the aspirations of always loving music. If it wasn't for the music, you know, first off, my mother, she was always a teacher. So she started teaching at the Barclay Career School, help you get your degree, help you get your going once you stop going to high school. Once that wasn't a thing for you, you needed to get that diploma. You needed to get that ground up so you could get that job. You know what I mean? So she used to teach Benny from Naughty by Nature. So that was like one of my at the time it was New Style, but that was like one of my motivations to see somebody from where I'm from make it.
Okay.
And when they made it, those aspirations and music, oh man, that was it. And that's all I wanted to do from kid was music. It didn't matter if I rapped. It didn't matter if I sang anything, you know. My story is pretty much so fucking long. I don't even know if we got a whole time, but to narrow the shit down is pretty much, you know, I love music so much that I thought that when I got out of school, the positive in me, I was going to go to college. I was going to get a degree in communications and broadcasting and keep it pushing. Maybe get a job on NBC or Fox. This is what I was thinking at the time. At the time, it wasn't really. It was definitely CNN, but it wasn't the way it was now.
Absolutely.
It wasn't no MSNBC. You know, we had cable, but we had the cable box. You know, we didn't have digital and nothing, no high definition or anything like that. So I thought I was going to do that, but you know, me coming from the streets, it should have me pulling me in ways that I thought it would never pull me in. You know, so with that being said, shit, that didn't happen. But I started being involved in the music, and I came up under Dante Ross. And I want everybody out there to get their Googles. Dante Ross is somebody who put on the Beastie Boys. Dante Ross is somebody who put Brand Nubian on. Dante Ross is somebody who signed Sadat X to his first solo deal, which is Stimulated Loud, right? And I was over there at the ending of that album.
Wow.
Shit, man. Dark Parker, the A&R for Stimulated at the time. You know, we became boys while he was working with my partner, Ham, at the time. And shit, man, I started living in Brooklyn. I learned a lot from them. Mm-hmm. You know, I had a chance to be a road manager to Green Lantern at the time.
Nice.
But man, I was still a kid, and I didn't understand that I could do all these things at once. So I thought that if I do one thing, I'm gonna miss out on the other. I didn't know that I could juggle all these things together. You know what I mean? So I didn't come up off that situation. Now that I'm grown, I wish I would have been able to touch that situation properly. I'd have been so further.
Yeah, copy that.
You know what I mean? And to keep it pushing, pretty much, you know, my partner, he had went from Stimulated Loud to Columbia, and then shit, it didn't work out at Columbia, and our partner Darla at the time, he still was at Loud, but this what happened. He became this music business, right? It's all based off relationships. Mm-hmm. He started working out with Paul Rosenberg. Paul Rosenberg brought him onto the Shady team. He wound up being one of the A&Rs for Shady Records, right? Wow. Right now, Shady Records is over at Def Jam. You know what I mean? So he one of the A&Rs at Def Jam, you know?
Wow. So you've been in this thing, huh? So, you know,
I've been in this thing for 20 years plus. Wow. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to get my thing together. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't just me. It was a couple other brothers. You know what I mean? I came up doing the Smash Block TV thing. I did that for a lot of years. I built my fan base where I got those views on the YouTube. This is when I started doing interviews. It wasn't that much shit going on. There was a couple of people going on. We had the Smack DVD. We had Cocaine City. We had like the Forbes DVD with Doggy Diamonds, Fendi and shit like that.
Wow, brother.
Knee deep. But it wasn't that much going on. It was the blogging was starting to go on popping, but it wasn't too many young people uploading their shit to the tube. It was just now coming along. When I was going, it was crazy. So I started building my fan base. Now if you check the Schoolboy, you could check on the YouTube, me and the Young Guns, me and Mano, me and D Block.
Yes. And
pretty much that's how I been to the relationship with D Block that I got now due to the Smash Block situation. Beautiful. So basically, this whole music business shit was built off relationships.
Absolutely.
How
does the music industry, like in it sounds you've been through a lot. You've seen a lot. You've been through a lot.
Man,
you know it's
a lot.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all for people to see because you had the videos to prove it.
Right.
Yeah. So how does that affect your mental state? You know what I mean, going through all of those transitions. How does that affect you mentally?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, this is when they say we gotta defund the police. They don't mean that we don't want no police around. We need the police to do their damn job, right? But we need to take some of that money into mental health. Mm-hmm. We need to take some of that money into the schools, fix them up, put them into housing. So when people got somewhere better to live, they wake up feeling better about themselves,
yes, sir.
Right? Because it's all about the mental health. My mental health shit been up and down. You know what I mean? Listen, right? Just a couple of days ago, I'm on YouTube looking for the Source Awards 2001 because I was there, and two scenes I was there. I was on the Unside Hype when they introduced D12 to the stage to perform, right? I was there, and then MOP performed, Annie Up, and I was in, you know how the awards got the crowd out, and then they got the crowd inside of like the stage.
Yeah. Yes.
So I was there. So they got I got the pictures, and they got the pictures with me like lifting, like holding my hand up while I'm on the stage while MOP is there. So it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So when like, so when you think about like some of the issues or the things that you've been with, that you dealt with, you know, how do you cope with those?
It's
those
hard.
things?
It's hard as hell to keep that mental going and to be complacent, because there's so much other things going on. Now, fuck the rap shit or the music thing. I'm still a human being,
Absolutely.
right? I still got family. So at home, a nigga just do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking. When I go outside, I turn into fucking Superman. You know what I mean? I'm house. I'm Clark Kent.
Yeah.
That's I pretty much just try to keep the mental like that. You know what I mean? I pretty much transform when I go outside, so I could keep the mental at home, so I could be at ease, because I need the peace.
Absolutely. So
because the music business ain't nothing but the damn near the left wing. It's the wrong side of the track, as Artifacts would say. You know what I mean? It's definitely the devil's business.
Okay, nice. Yeah. That's definitely it is. That from what I've heard and you know, videos that I watched and people, you know, putting that out there, you know, that's
exactly
what it is. So you know, like what
even with you, right?
Go ahead.
You out here teaching health. You telling people what to put in your system. You got to boost your immune system, right? In the world, they ain't telling us. They ain't tell nobody that. Ain't no Dr. Fauci, Dr. Christine Burke. She never said nothing. They said just put on a mask, stay 6 feet away from one another. But nobody said, hey, why don't you take some oranges? Why don't you have some vitamins in the morning? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you listen to somebody who have the knowledge of self that could tell you what to do to boost your immune system?
Absolutely.
So you could live longer.
Absolutely.
And they're not talking about it.
Nope.
And that's why I appreciate you, because you're going out a limb to tell the people about it.
Absolutely.
And what the hell brought you into the scene of health?
Oh, so for me, it was my personal issues. You know what I mean? Like just dealing with the weight, you know, dealing with the stress of every day, dealing with people around me, you know what I mean, not being healthy. And that's what really catapulted me into doing what I do and getting certified, going to school and learning all of these things. And to be honest with a lot of people, you know, like when I was in all of these classes and all of these, you know, I used to work for the health food store as well. And when I used to go to these meetings and these dinners to learn about different supplements and herbs and all of this stuff, dude, I was the only black man in the room. People was looking at me like, you know, who are you? Where are you from?
Doing here, huh?
Yeah,
what you doing here, huh?
Where you from? Who do you know? And then once I gave them my credentials and let them know who I was, they was like, oh, okay. All right, so you work for Green Acres Health Food Store? Because Green Acres, a lot of people don't know Green Acres, which is in Piscataway, New Jersey, and I had the owner on the show a couple of weeks back, and we was talking about COVID. But people don't know that's like one of the premier health food stores in New Jersey. Like that's where you could get all the real deal stuff from. Other than that, you could go to Olive May over in East Orange because that's his family. You know what I mean? So Olive May was the first health food store in New Jersey, and that's in East Orange. So you know,
crazy.
Just having that background alone, you know, people start to respect, you know, where I come from, and then they start respecting my name, and then they respect what I do. You know. Go ahead.
Well, was it that you was looking in the mirror and not liking how you look?
Absolutely. And then, you know, on top of that, you know, with the weight gain and me going through the whole knowledge yourself, me going through the whole I was going through the whole Black Power movement before a lot of people was going through this Black Power movement. So it's like at this point, at this day and age today, it's like people are like, Jaquel, why aren't you saying anything? And I said it before, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy. They was like, oh, you on this Black Power trip, you on this Black Power trip. And I'm like, you don't see what's going on? Like, I saw what was going on before all of this. And then now I've graduated from that, and now I'm in the health, the revolution of health. You know what I mean? So we deal with revolutions, but a lot of people don't understand that you have to deal with the revolution within first before you could deal with the revolution outside. So everything deals with internal first, and then we could take it outside. But you know, if you don't get that internal taken care of, then going outside ain't gonna really do nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? So that's you know how I really got into the game and you know, wanted to change myself. And to add on to that, my brother seen me, my twin brother Jamil, he seen me one day, and he was living in Texas and I was living in Jersey. He came to visit me, and I opened the door, and he was like, damn, yo, you fat as fuck. So that right there, you know what I mean? And that's what we need. Yeah, bro. That's what we need.
Tough love.
Yeah.
Now we need tough love all the time, man.
Yes, we can't sugarcoat it.
All the time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no sugarcoat, man. We gotta tell the truth.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because it's love.
It's love.
It's the truth.
Yes, it is. Yes,
yeah. You basically out there in Texas now.
Yes.
Is it flabbergasting? You seeing the cases going up?
Yeah, it's going up. You know, from what I see, well, from what they say, from what I see, I don't really see anybody that's sick, because where I'm at is I'm in Austin, Texas, and it's a real health conscious community. You know, in Austin, everybody's working out, everybody's eating healthy. You know, on the weekends you see people in the bars doing their things, but at the same time, you got a lot of healthy grocery stores. You got natural grocers, you got Sprouts, you got Central Market. So the abundance of natural places to go. You got a lot of yoga going on now.
I would love to see more places where you can get more juice bars, more places where they can have more Whole Food stores. You know, now that they incorporated Whole Foods downtown, but that's just not enough.
No,
you know, it's a very limit of Whole Foods stores out here, especially in New Jersey. You know.
Absolutely, and my thing with that is, you know, a lot of people they're like, oh, Whole Foods is expensive, and that's where I come in with my grocery store. With my grocery store tours,
it's how much it costs.
Yeah, but again, that's where I come in with the grocery store tour, so I can take people on a tour of any grocery store, and I can say, this is what you need. This is going to be healthy for you. This is going to be beneficial to your immune system. This type of water is what you need. Stop drinking that Poland Springs because it's not giving you the nutrients that you're supposed to have in your body. And we can look at all of those things that we think that are expensive, and I could show you those same exact things in different brands where it's not that expensive. And that's where, you know, that's why I created the grocery store tour as well. So, you know,
now look, they had a rally yesterday. You know that Trump was definitely sending a lot of shots yesterday. A lot of shots yesterday. You know, he basically said in a nutshell, man, stop getting tested.
Wow. Yeah,
all that's doing is bringing the cases up, but stop getting tested. You know, everybody signed a waiver yesterday too, saying that if they got sick, it wasn't the president's fault. It wasn't. Don't put it on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You definitely you feel that it was a cause and effect for that yesterday.
You know, it's for Trump. It's more of a it's all about the money. You know what I mean? It's all about the money. So,
well, you know, he's a capitalist. You know what I mean? So. So even in my field, right now, all I could do, I could press record and I could go. You know what I mean? I got some type of honor, I got some type of loyalty, and I got some type of respect.
The after hour spot, plug.
Yeah. I just won't go. But you gotta capitalize on the moment, right? So a lot of things that happens in pop culture, you know, even things that we shouldn't even talk about. It's more so like, damn, you're a capitalist, right? So you need to capitalize on the moment that's going on. So you gotta talk about it, right? You know what I mean? But it calls an effect where, damn, man, I don't want to talk about that, man. You know what I mean? But if you talk about it, this is the demon part of it. You'll get the views. I'll get the hype. I'll get bigger than what I am.
The drama.
Everything you go left, the drama. The drama is number one. The drama is number one. Everything secondary is number two.
Yeah.
If I start popping shit right now, man, I'm going number one.
Yeah. And you know what, dude? Like, I remember that conversation we had when we was in the car together, and you was like, well, I could really be number one if I brought drama into my thing, into what I do.
If I just go.
Yeah. But you was like, that's not what I'm about. And that joint just gave me chills. That's giving me chills right now because I honor and respect that. You know what I mean? That you're not looking for the drama to drive your platform.
But I wanna go though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanna be in the field. I get mad, you know what I mean? I wanna stop playing with people, you know what I mean? And I be wanting to go. But my honor tell me nah. It's that good angel that telling me nah.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's going eventually it's gonna happen because once I open my mouth, I can't lie. I'm gonna tell the truth.
Absolutely. Talk about it, brother. Talk about it. And that's
You know
how I
what I'm saying?
feel. That's how I feel.
And that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So it's just as long as I'm alive, I got the legs to stand on. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna bring that after hour spot to fruition. You know what I mean? It's based off what they used to call me back in the day. My name was After Hours Due.
Let's talk about it.
So yeah, you bring everything to the After Hours spot, and it was based on the movie as well, After Hours. That was a Martin Scorsese film too. You gotta definitely check it when you get a chance. After Hours, 1985, crazy. You know what I mean? He just was a word processor. You know what I mean? Met this lady. She said, "Yo, man, come to the crib." You know, he went to the crib in the cab. He went to pay the cab. He was looking out the window in the cab, and the $20 flew down the street. He never paid the cab. He didn't have no money because that's all he had was $20. Go to her house, and she wound up being committed suicide, and his whole night just was crazy.
Wow.
Whole crazy.
Yeah.
So definitely, I got that influence from there.
Nice. Guys, go check out Young Dude's After Hour spot. He is also a podcast host, and you know, I definitely want to come on to your show and spread my light.
You're one of my first guests.
Appreciate
you know, because the world needs to know about health.
Yes,
and we need to know what to put in our bodies.
Absolutely. Yo, so why go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, I'm about to say, like in the industry, like you know, I know Styles, he's a big health fanatic, and you know, it's a lot of other artists out there. Yeah, Juices
Pharmacy for Life.
Yep, they all out there. So you know, when you're in the scene and when you backstage and you with these different acts and people, like what's the tone? Like how are people eating, and you know, what's like, are they consciously being healthy, or it's like it's a whatever situation?
Yeah, I wouldn't tell nobody business, but basically a lot, you know, it depends on what type of situation it is. If you're going to a lock show, you know, backstage, you're going to get what they like to do. What they like to do is a lot of marijuana smoke, but you're going to get a lot of Fiji water, it's a lot of teas, a lot of things like that, you know. But it depends on what the state is. You know, if you going to an album release party, you're gonna get some liquor and some wings and shit.
Okay. All right, so it's not going to be a fruit like spread. It's not going to be a fruit spread.
Oh no, you might get a platter. No. You might get a platter. You might get a fruit basket. It's definitely a couple of fruit baskets.
Okay,
definitely. Now, when they personal space where it's a studio, you're definitely going to have a nice fruit basket.
Okay,
you know what I mean. Definitely have your traits of juices.
Okay.
things that's healthy for you.
Okay.
Only speaking for those brothers, but
Yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
everybody else, you know what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's ignorant to the T. It's soda,
Yeah.
it's Pepsi. They giving because they not just giving it to the artists, they giving it to their friends
And family that's back there as well.
and
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
So let me load this shit up with Pepsi. Let me load this shit up with Coke. Let me load this shit up with little Gatorade.
Yeah.
All the shit to kill you. All the things
Yeah.
that you talk about that's not healthy.
Yeah, man. Because
You know, you just went on the live today. How was that?
it was good, man. I just
Father's Day,
yeah,
man.
Father's Day live. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the fathers out there. So happy Father's Day to everybody. So all the fellas, all everybody that's making those impacts on the lives of kids. You know what I mean? Even though if you're not a father,
Yeah,
if you're making that
Even
impact,
if you're not a father,
yeah,
word.
you out there doing that job. So we commend you. But I was talking about gut health with men, and how the gut is our first brain, and a lot of us look at our gut as just being the stomach that holds our food. You know what I mean? But it has a lot of intricate parts to it. So
Right.
if the gut is not healthy, then you're gonna be feeling depressed. You're gonna feel anxiety. You're gonna feel the bloating, the gas, the constipation, and things like that. And I don't want. I just want to put that information out there for men, man, because men are my hardest target, man. Is man. Women,
Yeah, man,
women want it.
I think we need the knowledge, man.
Yeah.
Listen, you heard about DL Hughley just
passing out. Yeah,
passing out, and then saying that he may have COVID.
yes. And yeah, we take it lightly, and that's what men do. We like, you know what? I'm a man. I could handle this. I don't need to wear the mask. I don't need to do
and we
this.
ain't like going to the hospital. We scared.
Yeah, doctors, therapy, all of that. Like
All that, yeah.
So when I see my therapist, I tell people, hey, I went to go see my therapist. When I go to the doctor and get my blood work done, hey, I went to the doctor and got blood work. I'm challenging you to go get your blood work now. I'm challenging you to go see a therapist now. I'm challenging you to go to a health food store or to work out or to just do something at the end of the day. Just do something, fellas.
Right.
Yeah, man, because without men, what we gonna do? What the ladies gonna do without the protectors and the providers? You know what I mean? We that's who we are. That's our role. So we have to take care of ourselves to make that a reality and to protect the women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want to know too that it's rough as hell outside and it's hard, but I don't want them to know that it's any excuses to be made.
Absolutely.
We can't make no excuses, you know what I mean? But we got to get up and get to it every morning.
Absolutely. Hey, do you got any questions about health and wellness? Like, do you have anything that you have, that you might want to share and probably want to answer to?
I want to know the most things just for the world. It wouldn't even just be for me.
Okay.
Because like I said, it's a lot of mental health going on. You know, domestic violence went up in the last 2 months. You know what I mean? Because of COVID. Systematic racism. It ain't never go nowhere.
Absolutely.
and it falls into health because it falls back into the mental.
Absolutely. So, what I would say for the mental is for everybody to go out there and check out ashwagandha. So ashwagandha is a herb. It's a Ayurvedic herb. It's a herb that it's an adaptogenic. So it adapts to you if you're up, and it adapts to you if you want to go to sleep. So it's not one of those things where it's going to keep you up all day or keep you sluggish and out of balance. And
see, these are the reasons why you could have had. Michael was around, you could have told him, listen, man, you could have took some of this tea and this herb and you could have just really went to sleep because that's what you really want to do, right? You really want to go to sleep.
Yep.
So take this herb and I'm going to have you go to sleep instead of taking that propofol and actually kicking the bucket.
Yeah. And that was a part of, his mental health at the end of the day. And so ashwagandha is big. It's big on mental health. It's big on the adrenal glands. It's big with reducing blood sugar levels and, and it also has anti-cancerous properties, what a lot of us, deal with in our family. So, that's where it all comes from. It's that one herb, that you can bring into your system, either by tincture, which is the liquid, or by capsule, which you'll ingest as a capsule, and the herb is inside the capsule. So everybody out there, if you are dealing with some type of anxiety, stress, depression, all of that type of stuff, look at ashwagandha. It's a lot of people want to throw the sea moss out there like it's wildfire. And I'm like, chill with the sea moss, everybody.
Everybody going sea moss crazy.
Sea moss crazy. I'm like, yo, it ain't that much out there for everybody to have it.
I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Yeah, it works.
The first 2 months, man. The first 2 months was scary as hell, man.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I think with March, man. March 9th was the last day I actually went outside,
mm-hmm.
and that was Big's birthday. I felt so good that day, I made sure I had on my Biggie shirt.
Uh-huh.
I made sure I had on my Jesus piece. I made sure I was so fresh. I felt so good about myself. And then the next day it was like, we getting ready to lock down things and and I'm like, what? I just was outside. What do you mean you telling me I can't go?
Yeah.
So it was very, very hard. And hard. That shit was some scary shit.
Yeah.
Now, after a while, now where we at right now,
mm-hmm.
I'm going outside where I'm already outside, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot the mask.
Yeah. Gotta put that mask on. Yes, sir.
But I'm not so ready to in set. Then I'm going outside without the mask, and I'm like, oh, I'm already outside, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot the mask.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn. This is how we gotta live for a while, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
So I had to go to the store and buy a little $2 mask while I'm already outside. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna keep investing in no mask.
Yeah. Just gotta. For me, I keep one in the car. I keep one in the house. I keep one in my at work. You know what I mean? Just so I always have it. And a lot of people don't know that Friday was Sickle Cell Awareness Day. So shout out to,
man. A lot of things is
yeah. So the mask is good for that
being
too.
overlooked too, man. You know.
Yep. So that
my
that's
friend
R.I.P.
Almeida, she died from sickle cell. She was always in and out of the hospital. You know what I mean? And along with COVID, it wiped them straight on out, man.
Yeah. I seen when you posted.
This life is a real one right here, man. We didn't lost so many people, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. You see the big dog out there telling everybody, let's go. He don't even care if nobody die. He's over it at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And listen, man, it's gonna be a dark summer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be one hell of a summer than we ever had, especially in the tri-state area. It's gonna be a dark one. We already had 39 shootings in New York City within a weekend.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be one hell of a summer. And then when we get to November, it doesn't matter if Trump loses. Listen,
mm-hmm.
he's not leaving quietly.
Yeah, and we can't.
He's not leaving quietly. He's gonna say, "Hey, man, you're lying. Shit is rigged.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going. I'm your president. I deserve a recount."
Yeah. Yep. It's gonna be something. But,
oh man.
Yeah, and we can't forget about that hurricane season coming up either, because that's going to be another.
We can't forget about hurricane.
That's going to be another one.
Can't forget about global warming.
Yeah. So
it's a lot of other things that needs to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
That's going on in this world. Can't forget about that asteroid that's still deliberately coming down.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So. At the end of the day, folks, it all starts with us, and we gotta figure out who we are. We gotta look at the man in the mirror and really understand and focus on who we are and what we're about and what we are here to give the people that's around us and serve. It's all about the service of the man and woman. We have to serve one another.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, hey, young dude, can you give out your information, because I know a lot of people going to want to get in contact with you and want to hear from you.
Check it out, man. You can find me at Young Do on Facebook, Young Do _ on Instagram, Young Do 118 on Twitter. After I was doing Snapchat, after I was spot on Anchor / Google Play, after I was spot on YouTube, after I was / Young Do on Periscope. And all you got to do is type in Young Do. I'm around.
He's around. He's always around. He is around. And you see him everywhere. He is all over.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you too. Yes, sir. Young Dude. Thank you for coming on the show, man. I appreciate that. Round of applause for you, sir, and giving all that good information about what's going on in the world. Hey, I would like to thank you all for listening to today's episode of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast. And if you could share, and tell a friend about this episode and all my other episodes in the podcast, it will be greatly appreciated. Until next week, enjoy, be well, and let's make a lifestyle change that lasts. Have a great one, everybody.